I'm Meredith and welcome to Collectionmas 2024, where I do one of my collections every day for 24 days through the month of December. If that sounds like something that will interest you, please remember to hit that subscribe button down below. Hitting that subscribe button costs you absolutely nothing and means so much to me, so I hope you'll help me out. Today we're going to do all my unique bags from Louis Vuitton, so the ones that normal people probably wouldn't buy. That you don't see very often, that are a little bit out there. So yes, I've put together 15 of them. I did think about doing things beyond Louis Vuitton, but as I started to look through my collection, I'm like, oh my God, we'll be here for forever. So I've narrowed it down to 15 from Louis Vuitton only. So yes, I do have a few pieces from other brands as well that are a little bit out there, but yeah, overwhelmingly most of the pieces come from Louis Vuitton, so I've stuck with that for today. I will let you know right now that at the moment we have baby magpies on our property, and my husband is a little bit of a Dr. Dolittle, so he tends to go out and he has been cultivating this relationship with this family of magpies for a couple of years now, and every year they have babies and they bring them down, and my husband feeds everybody, all the mum, the dad, the babies, takes care of them, turns the sprinkler on so that they can play in the water and drink. He's nurturing this relationship with these magpies to the point where they eat out of his hand now, but the babies are at the point where they scream for their parents to feed them. So a little bit of backstory: when you've got a baby magpie, they need to be fed by the parent. Even though they can see the worm, they can't pick it up, so the mother feeds it to them, and they make a screeching noise, not unlike my children make when they need me. And there's one outside the window at the moment, so I'm sorry if you can hear the baby magpie. They're learning to feed themselves, and I just live in a Dr. Seuss book sometimes. It's all about the baby magpies at the moment. My husband will probably hear it at some point and go out and try and help. Let's do my advent calendar. I'm sure everybody thinks I'm very strange now. I live on property. We have many animals and my husband loves animals. And the magpies are definitely his thing at the moment. All right, let's see what's in my Louis Vuitton advent calendar for today. Let's find number 4. Oh, there you are. All right, and break into it. And today's decoration is yellow. So let's set it up so it can go on the tree. And take the little clip off it. Oh, some of these are very stuck. And probably doesn't help that it's been sitting in the box for a whole year, but anyway, that's fine. Oh, don't break it, Meredith. Don't break it. Don't break it. It'll make me very sad. I do have other decorations that they gave me as well. Beautiful glass baubles that are going on my tree. I am filming this at the end of November because I cannot possibly film day to day in December. So my tree isn't actually up yet, but it is going up this weekend. I'm very excited. I have a firm rule about it goes up on the 1st of December or as close to as I can get it. Work allowing, because sometimes 1st of December does not fall on the weekend, although it does this year, and it comes down on Boxing Day because my son was actually born on New Year's Eve, so I like to get and my mother's birthday is the day before that, so I like to get all the decorations down on Boxing Day to try and give it some time between the birthdays and Christmas, so especially my son doesn't feel like one runs into the other. Okay, there we go. Got it. Finally got it. So there's today's Christmas decoration. So let's put it up on the tree. I might put it over there. There we go. So pretty. All right, let's look at my unique bags from Louis Vuitton. You're all going to think I'm insane by the end of this, but that's okay. All right, so let's do the Papillon trunk. So this is just a Papillon style, so the cylinder style, but it's got the trunk detail to it. So I looked at selling this at one point because I've literally never taken it out, but it's such a different design, and I've never, like, they did it for this one season when it was out, and I've never seen it come back again. I love the dark brown BBN on it, so it's like, it's a proper leather. It's not going to age, but the Papillon was such a known shape, especially like those 90s and early 2000s, and to see it done in a trunk, I can't bring myself to get rid of it because it really fits in this unique category, rather than just, you know, like the standard Papillons that they used to do. It's very different. So yeah, I have moved it from my general rotation bags onto the shelf where all my unique pieces sit, and I think I'll keep it specifically for that reason, because it is unique. So not so much as a usable bag anymore, but more of that collector pieces that I have. So that is the Papillon trunk. And next we have the book. So this is essentially a wallet on chain, and because it's got a strap and it's got all the places for your credit cards in there, so it is a wallet on chain, but it's in reverse monogram, but it is made to look like a book. It's got the spine of the book with a little handle there, and then you can see it's made to look like pages. So it is literally made to look like a book, and I love books. I don't read as much as I used to, since before having children. I used to read constantly. I read for work, like I have to read, obviously. I read government documents and large regulations and that kind of stuff. Nothing fun, and emails. But reading for joy is something I haven't done pretty much since my daughter's been born, and she's just turned 6, and I do miss it sometimes, but I'm just time poor. I'm sure this resonates with so many people, whether you're a parent or not, just time poor. I wish I had more time to read, and I'm always amazed by people who manage to do it all and like devour books on a regular basis as well. I just don't have the brain power or the time anymore, and I really wish I did, because I've got like bookshelves full of books that I bought, like I'm going to read that, and yes. Anyway, so that's why I bought the book walk, because I love books and I love reading, and maybe one day I'll actually get there again. So that's the next one. And we have the little heart. So this it wasn't the Game On collection, was it? I don't think it was. It came out at some point. Obviously, and I really wanted the little red heart. I feel like they did a bigger heart in the canvas, or was it part of the same collection? Anyway, I've got another heart, and it might be part of the same collection. I can't remember now. It was like 2021, 2020, 2021, one or the other. But this is just like this metallic red heart. It's just a tiny little pouch bag. It does have a strap that goes with it, if I can open it. So the chain is just plain gold, and then they've done the interior in this beautiful pink alcantara. I never get it right. And you guys tell me, and I read it and I go, that's it, and then it just evaporates from my head. Anyway, that suede finish on the inside in pink. It's not the most usable bag because the zipper is hard because of the shape of the bag, but it's very cute and it is a bit unique, so I love it for that reason. All right, the next one is this one. This was a gift, a Christmas gift from Louis Vuitton 3 years ago, I want to say, and it did not go into production. This bag in this exact finish does not exist. If you have it, you got it as part of the Christmas gift that year, and there would have been a very, very small run of them made. So there might be, you know, like a handful of them in the world that were given, and I was lucky enough to be allocated this as a Christmas gift, which so kind and so amazing. So it's in pink epi leather, and it's got this tag on it. My store director at the time, who I know very well and I love and adore, who has now moved on, knows how much I love pink. So as soon as this came in, he allocated it to me, which was very kind of him. But it's in this little hat box design, and it's got like the interior is this concertina effect, and then it's got a strap. I've never used it, like taken it out, and I really need to, but it's kind of this, I'm just love it so much because it is so unique, and I know that there might be a handful of these in the world, but in this exact color combination, this might be the only one as far as I know. So it was super cool that I got this as a gift from Louis Vuitton. To be gifted a bag from Louis Vuitton, like without being one of those major influences, is quite a big deal for me. So yes, I just love this, and I love that it was a Christmas gift. So let's put it up there. All right, moving on. The big heart. So there was a heart that came out with the Game On collection, which I don't have, and it had such hype around it. I'm pretty sure that's what led Louis Vuitton to do this collection, which I feel like was a Valentine's Day thing or Chinese something, but it was like released for a specific purpose. It has the little lipstick bag charm on it. It's got the LV there, and then Louis Vuitton on that side. It does not have a removable strap, which is a design flaw with it. And that just stays like that in the bag. Has the beautiful red suede interior. Great bag, like different. And before Chanel did hearts. But the strap not being removable really annoys me. So yes, it's out there. It's out there. I've never taken it out. It does sit on my unique shelf. It's probably not one of my favorite unique bags, but I don't know. I don't know if I'll ever get rid of it, but it's, yeah, it's a heart. It's out there. So let's put that one up there. And then this one. So this one doesn't look like much, but it's up there with some of my favorite bags in my entire collection, and I've never seen another one of these on the resale market. I believe they're probably out there. What drew me to this bag was the zipper, and I know that sounds stupid, but this braided zipper is so beautiful. It just elevates the whole bag. It is a strap bag like that. I walked into the Sydney store and this was on a mannequin. It didn't even exist in their system yet, and it was part of the merchandising. Like, they'd put it up on the mannequin, so generally you can't buy things that are on mannequins. I'm like, I want that bag. And my sales associate's like, it's not in the system, I don't know what to do. And I'm like, but it's there and I really want it. So he, like 20 minutes later, came back and said, okay, I've gotten the go ahead, we're going to take it off the mannequin and you can take it home with you. So yes, it's got the lock on the front and it says Louis Vuitton. It's just in monogram. It's a great little piece. So I guess for me, it does kind of what an Eva or a favorite would do. And then it's just got the black suede interior. But that braiding on the zip drew me in and I couldn't leave it behind. I just thought it was so, so pretty. So I love this bag. So this messenger bag from Virgil's, was it his last collection? One of his last collections, with this blurry design on it. So some people loved this blurry design, other people hated it. It has treated VVN on it, which makes it probably more usable. The strap does not detach, another design flaw. Straps should always be detachable, people, especially when they're this thick. So yes, I'm a firm believer in that. It does have the little shoulder pad, which I haven't put on it. I've never taken this out, but for me, it's a Virgil piece. It's actually really usable because it is a messenger bag, and it's a great size. And yeah, I can't see myself getting rid of this one. I've sold some Virgil pieces, but this blurry design, it was so polarizing, and I just feel like over time it's going to be one of those ones that people come back to collect or go looking for. So I think I'm going to hold on to it for the foreseeable future because it is so, so different. And it did get that real, it didn't have real hype behind it, but everybody had an opinion on it. So yes, I love this and happy to have a Virgil piece that I can hold on to. My little suitcase. My little suitcase. There was a run at Louis Vuitton years ago now where they did these little suitcases, like season in, season out in many different designs, and then I feel like they just kind of disappeared. I haven't seen this shape in a really long time. This is honestly one, sounds terrible, this is honestly one I feel I sometimes forget I own. It sits at the back of the shelf where all my unique bags sit, and I honestly forget it's there, and I've got to make an effort to actually take it out because I think it's super cool. Like, I think it'd be a cool one to wear with like men's style shirt, button-up shirt and pants, like as a business design. I think that'd be really, really cool. It is heavy, I will say that. But yeah, it's got treated VVN on it. And then the inside, it reminds me a little bit of my Treville's. Is that right? Treville's. It's got that kind of inside to it in terms of what it'll fit. It does have the strap, and it's also got a chain. But yeah, it's just one I always forget about. It's got a lock, like, yeah, it's very cool, but I always forget that it's there, and I've really got to make an effort to get it out there and use it because, I don't know, I love it. How cool is it? So yes, you don't see these very often anymore at Louis Vuitton. Maybe they'll bring them back at some point, but there was definitely a run there where we had them in all sorts of designs. Next is this one. So this was from the XL collection that we saw Nicolas Gastier do. I loved that collection, and I don't say that about a lot of Nicolas's collections, I have to say. But this one was definitely up there as one of my favorite all-time collections, especially, and I would say my all-time favorite collection he has done. I have the cardigans, I have a couple of pieces from this. It spoke to my soul. And I actually have the giant clay as well, which I have not included in this. Should I include it in this? No, we won't include it in this. It's a giant clay. But I didn't see this design a lot. The giant clay got a lot of traction and a lot of hype, whereas some of the other bags didn't get as much hype because of that. But it is a messenger style bag, so it just goes like that. It does have a strap. It is all VVN. So VVN is what Louis Vuitton call this raw leather that they put on everything. It's what the artisans call it. I know lots of YouTubers call it vachetta or vachetta, but in the workshop at Louis Vuitton, it is referred, and within the stores themselves, they refer to it as VVN. So that's what I call it. And that's how Vivienne got her name, VVN, Vivienne. You can see, so for those of you who have been around my channel long enough to remember the unboxings of these, it has actually aged. So it has started to like age, change color, not texture, it doesn't have scratches on it, but it's definitely changing color, and these pieces will do that over time. So I'm okay with it because that's what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to age, but people often ask me, how have these pieces aged? They are aging, they are changing, and that's okay. There's not a lot of light in this room, and it seems to be aging consistently all the way around, but you do need to be careful with that. If you have a lot of light in your room, that your VVN will change color based on how much light it's getting. So if you've got one side of the bag always facing out, that is certainly a consideration, that you will end up with a two-toned effect. So yes, I have that one, and I've also pulled another bag from that collection, which is this one. So this was the little luggage tag bag. So this one is based on the clochette shape, and this one is based on a luggage tag shape. So this one isn't aging. Oh, it's aging, but probably not as much as the other one, but it is just, as they're so different. I loved this collection. I just thought it was so cool that they did all these designs in these big sizes, and there were pieces, like if I would have had endless money, I could have bought so many more pieces from this. Not overly usable pieces, like I don't take these out. My giant clay's been out with me once. It is really quite heavy. So yeah, they weren't the most usable pieces, but as a Louis Vuitton lover and collector, it spoke to my soul, that collection, because you know, it was so collectible, but wearable and usable, not so much. So yes, that's my next one. Next we have my Louis Vuitton record. I love this so much. It's from the men's collection. I have traveled to, I took this to Anya with me when I went to Louis Vuitton's workshop at the House of Louis Vuitton. I took this with me. I know, of all my bags, my very expensive bags that I have from Louis Vuitton, I took this because it's so different, and it went with my outfit of the day, and it's easy to travel with, and it's light, and I love it. Like, it's just cool. It looks like a record. It's, this was actually an option for my wedding bag as well. I had several options and this was one of them because it's just so easy to use and a little bit different. And our tables were named after records, and we had the actual records on the tables on the day. So it kind of lent itself to that theme, but I didn't end up taking it. But such a cool bag. I love this one. And I don't forget it's there. I don't use it very often. Oh, I've used it a few times. Yeah, I've used it a few times because it's just light and easy, but it's still a real talking point. So I love my record from the men's collection. The next one, we'll do this one. The coffee cup. The coffee cup, it came out in the advertising, and a K-pop band were the ambassadors, and they all had this in the advertising campaign. I was like, do I want it? Do I want it? And then I decided I do want it. I did want it. And my sales associate's like, oh God, it's going to be hard to track down because it was so popular, because this K-pop band had it. It's like they'd all had one. So it kind of caused this massive hysteria. And everybody wanted one, but they managed to track me down one, which I was grateful for. So I got the Louis Vuitton coffee cup, which is out there. But usable, like, it has the strap and it does fit your phone, so like in terms of a usable bag, it's totally usable. It's definitely a talking point. But yes, I love having my little coffee cup, and I do drink a lot of coffee, so it makes sense. So let's put you up there. Okay, the next one is also a Virgil piece, the paint can. I got it in the red. And when I got this in the red, I had to summon all my self-control to not go buy all the colors, because this came in purple, came in blue, it came in green, red, I think. So I think there were 5 colors all up. So I've got the red. Came in purple, yellow, blue. I feel like there was another one. Anyway, I feel like there were like 5 colors, and I really had to work hard to not go collect them all because it would have been silly. But I wanted the red, I got the red. And it's just like a little paint tin, and you open it up like that. It reminds me of the old-fashioned lunch boxes that you see from like the 1940s. And it's all red inside. The strap is white, which is a terrible color for a strap. If I were going to take it out, and it's never been out, but if I were going to take it out, I would carry it like that with the metal handle, which is all branded Louis Vuitton. It's just very cool. I mean, it's so different. It would be a contender if I ever got invited to like a fashion show for Louis Vuitton or something. It would be a contender for me to like carry because it's so different. But yes, it is very cool. If I ever saw the other colors come up on the resale market for a cheap price, which is never going to happen, but if I did, I would probably buy them at a reduced price. But at the time, I'm just like, you're insane, Meredith. You can't collect them all. It's just a lot of money for things which you just want for the purposes of having a unique bag on a shelf that you're not going to wear often. So I have the red. I love the red. It's very cool. If you ever see them on the resale market cheap, let me know. The next one is Richard. This is my duck. This is Richard. Richard is up there with my favorite handbag in this room. Is he my most favorite handbag? Hard to say. Hard to say. I think on my list of Collectionmas this year, I have my favorite handbags. So he will definitely make an appearance in that one. And then I can maybe talk more about what's going on in my head and about which is my favorite handbag. But Richard is definitely on that list. He is up there. He is so well made. He is very cool. He was like $5,000, which is a lot of money for a handbag, but the level of detail in this is insane. And I just love him. And once again, I need a really great event to take him to because he's a definite talking point. Everybody expected me to buy the dog that just came out. And I talked in one of my last videos, I'll link the video down below, about there just was something off about it and I couldn't put my finger on it, and I couldn't see it in person. Maybe I would have changed my mind had I seen it in person, but it just didn't quite feel as well finished as my duck is. So I don't know. And I also love ducks. Ducks are my favorite thing. There's lots of ducks around my property and I love having ducks around, especially at the moment because we've got ducklings everywhere. And yeah, there was a point I was collecting little yellow ducks and my husband cut me off because I was at like 400, made me give them away. Sad face. And every now and again people will send me little ducks which are hiding behind my Christmas tree here. So I am slowly building my collection again, seeing if I can get how many I can get in the house before he notices. But yes, I love ducks. So I love my Louis Vuitton duck. I love ducks. I love Louis Vuitton. Of course I love my Louis Vuitton duck. So that's Richard. He's made an appearance. People love Richard when he comes out. And then also on my list of my favorite bags is this one, the Chrysler Building bag. I got this for my 40th birthday and I adore it. For the price that it was, which I feel like it was about 11,000 Australian dollars, which is once again a lot of money, but considering like you can't even get a Capucines for that now, or you can just get a Capucines for that now, look at the work in this. Look, it's metal all the way around. It's just phenomenal. And I love New York, so to have the Chrysler Building means so much to me. This exact bag sits in the museum at Arnier at Louis Vuitton. So it's a piece that sits in the museum in this exact color. They also did it in a black. And once again, if I ever saw the black on the resale market for a decent price, I would absolutely buy it as well because it's just such an amazing bag. So I love the architectural nature of it because it's a Chrysler Building. I love that it's New York. The fact that I got it for my 40th birthday means a lot to me. But yeah, it's definitely unique, and just amazing. So love this Chrysler Building bag. So they are my 15 Louis Vuitton bags which are the most unique. I could have kept going. Like I said, I've got the clay, I have vintage pieces. Yeah, so look around my room. I'm blessed to have quite an extensive collection and a lot of them are very unique and I love to collect the unique pieces, but these 15 were the ones that I thought were the most unique that you probably don't see in a lot of other videos or that you've ever seen in person. So I wanted to get them out for you. So yes, that is my unique collection. If you've liked today's video, please give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button down below. It means a lot to a content creator when you hit that subscribe button. Please also hit little bell notifications so you know when I upload videos, which at the moment is every single day. I'll also throw up my Instagram handle for you so you can follow me over there. I put lots up in real time, lots around my collection and my day-to-day life, so please come follow me over there. I hope wherever you are in the world today, you are having a fabulous day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.